From working at a video rental store to redefining modern cinema, Quentin Tarantino's journey is anything but ordinary. How did a rebellious filmmaker from Knoxville, Tennessee, with no formal film education, rise to become a global icon of storytelling, controversy, and cinematic innovation? With a fearless vision, razor-sharp dialogue, and an unflinching approach to violence, Tarantino transformed independent filmmaking into a cultural phenomenon. His films shock, entertain, and inspire, proving that creativity without compromise can leave an indelible mark on Hollywood forever. Quentin Jerome Tarantino was born on March 27, 1963, in Knoxville, Tennessee. He grew up with his mother, Connie McHugh, after his father left the family before Quentin's birth. His childhood was marked by instability, financial struggles, and a longing for guidance, yet it was also a time of discovery. Surrounded by television, B-movies, and the emerging world of grindhouse cinema, young Quentin developed an early fascination with storytelling and visual narrative. School offered little inspiration, but he excelled in observation, soaking in the nuances of human behavior that would later populate his characters. His teenage years were a mixture of rebellion and self-education, fueled by a relentless appetite for films across all genres, from kung fu epics and spaghetti westerns to classic Hollywood noir. The eclectic mix of violence, humor, and dialogue in these movies left an indelible mark on his creative psyche. By the time he attended Hamilton High School in Los Angeles, it was clear that conventional education could not contain his ambitions. He wrote constantly, experimenting with narrative structures and dialogue, absorbing lessons from every film he watched. Leaving school at 16, Tarantino embarked on a self-directed journey into cinema, turning video rental stores into classrooms and films into textbooks. These formative experiences, shaped by hardship and obsession, laid the foundation for a filmmaker who would challenge norms, blend genres, and tell stories that were as audacious as they were unforgettable. After leaving high school at 16, Quentin Tarantino immersed himself in the world of cinema by working at video archives in Manhattan Beach, California. The job, cataloging and recommending films, became his informal film school. Surrounded by thousands of movies, he meticulously studied dialogue, editing, narrative structure, and character development. Conversations with co-workers about film technique and storytelling sharpened his analytical skills and honed his distinctive cinematic voice. During this period, Tarantino began writing original screenplays that reflected his obsession with genre, dialogue, and unconventional characters. True Romance and Natural-Born Killers were early examples of his audacious approach, featuring dark humor, moral ambiguity, and inventive narrative structures. However, it was his directorial debut, Reservoir Dogs, that truly announced his arrival. Premiering at the Sundance Film Festival in 1992, Reservoir Dogs stunned audiences with its non-linear storytelling, intense character dynamics, and stylized violence. Critics praised Tarantino's fresh approach, and audiences were captivated by the film's tension, sharp dialogue, and unapologetic audacity. The success of Reservoir Dogs positioned Tarantino as a bold new voice in independent cinema, demonstrating that originality and risk-taking could break through Hollywood's traditional barriers. This breakthrough not only launched his career, but also set the tone for a filmmaker who would continue to push boundaries, challenge conventions, and redefine what modern American cinema could be. The world had taken notice, and the legend of Quentin Tarantino was officially underway. 1994 marked a turning point in Quentin Tarantino's career with the release of Pulp Fiction. The film, weaving multiple storylines in a non-linear narrative, earned the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival and cemented his status as a masterful storyteller. Audiences and critics alike were captivated by its razor-sharp dialogue, dark humor, and audacious portrayal of violence. Tarantino won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, a rare achievement for an independent filmmaker, and demonstrated that bold, unconventional storytelling could dominate mainstream cinema. Building on this momentum, Tarantino continued to explore diverse genres while leaving a distinct mark on each. Jackie Brown paid homage to 1970s blaxploitation films, blending suspense with human complexity. Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2 reinvented martial arts and revenge cinema, delivering breathtaking action sequences infused with his signature dialogue and dark humor. Inglourious Basterds rewrote history with cinematic audacity, balancing suspense, tragedy, and grotesque comedy. Later works, including Django Unchained and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, showcased his ability to merge social commentary, pop culture references, and cinematic spectacle, solidifying his influence on contemporary filmmaking. Tarantino's signature style, non-linear plots, pop culture nods, morally complex characters, and hyper-stylized violence became instantly recognizable. His films were more than entertainment. They were cultural events, inspiring debate and admiration across the globe. Box office success, critical acclaim, and a devoted fan base reinforced his reputation. By combining artistry with commercial triumph, Quentin Tarantino proved that independent cinema could reshape Hollywood, and his rise to the peak of his career set the stage for decades of innovation and influence in the world of film. Quentin Tarantino's career has never been without controversy. From the very beginning, critics and audiences debated his bold approach to violence, language, and subject matter. Films like Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill shocked viewers with their graphic depictions of bloodshed, while others hailed them as groundbreaking works of art. Tarantino's fearless storytelling blurred the line between cinematic entertainment and moral provocation, igniting conversations that would follow him throughout his career. One of the most persistent sources of controversy has been his use of racial slurs, particularly the N-word, in films such as Django Unchained. While some condemned him for perpetuating offensive language, others argued that the dialogue was historically grounded and served to confront difficult truths about America's past. Tarantino himself defended these choices as essential to his vision, emphasizing authenticity and narrative power over comfort. Beyond his films, Tarantino's candid personality sometimes fueled tension behind the scenes. His insistence on creative control and unfiltered opinions occasionally clashed with actors, producers, and studio executives. Hollywood tabloids often portrayed him as a provocateur, a genius whose uncompromising vision could be as polarizing as it was inspiring. Despite, or perhaps because of, these controversies, Tarantino turned criticism into conversation. Every challenge, whether from media scrutiny or public debate, amplified his cultural significance and reinforced his reputation as a fearless auteur. The very controversies that might have derailed another filmmaker instead became integral to his legend, solidifying his image as someone willing to risk censure in the pursuit of artistic truth and cinematic innovation. In the 2010s, Quentin Tarantino began a subtle transformation in both his filmmaking style and public persona. While maintaining the hallmarks of his signature approach, non-linear storytelling, sharp dialogue, and genre homage, he shifted toward more reflective, nuanced narratives. Films like The Hateful Eight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood showcased his ability to blend suspense, humor, and nostalgia, paying tribute to the golden age of cinema while still retaining his distinct, audacious voice. Beyond the screen, Tarantino embraced the role of mentor and educator. He shared his expertise with aspiring filmmakers through interviews, workshops, and public discussions, offering insights into narrative structure, character development, and genre conventions. By teaching and guiding others, he extended his influence beyond his own films, ensuring that his philosophies and cinematic techniques would inspire a new generation of storytellers. This reinvention was not a departure from his past, but a maturation of it. Tarantino demonstrated that artistic growth could coexist with the audacity that defined his earlier work. He transitioned from a rebellious outsider to a revered auteur, balancing controversy with wisdom and reflection. Through this evolution, he proved that a filmmaker could remain bold and provocative while cultivating depth, complexity, and a lasting cultural impact. Tarantino's journey of reinvention underscored a central truth. True mastery lies not only in creation, but in the ability to evolve without losing one's essence. Quentin Tarantino's legacy is undeniable. He redefined independent cinema, proving that originality, audacity, and an uncompromising vision can disrupt Hollywood norms. His films have influenced storytelling, dialogue, and genre experimentation, inspiring generations of filmmakers worldwide. From Reservoir Dogs to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's work demonstrates the power of fearless creativity to challenge audiences, provoke conversation, and leave a lasting cultural imprint. His journey, from a video store clerk dissecting films to a Hollywood legend shaping cinematic language, serves as a testament to passion, individuality, and relentless pursuit of craft. Tarantino reminds us that true artistry often requires risk, rebellion, and unwavering commitment to one's vision. If you enjoyed Quentin Tarantino's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys of Hollywood's most iconic stars.